Hello and welcome back to Minecraft, TerraFirmaCraft episode 48. Last episode I just basically built this little fence thing, along with made balls and finished off the actual windows of the house. And I also did some fencing over here. Now, I'm not sure what I'm going to do for this episode. I'm probably going to actually just cut down a lot of trees and fill up that fire pit. And to do that, I'm going to need to drop off a lot of junk. By that, I mean a lot of junk. Don't even have room. That's fine. I could just do this. Doesn't bother me as much. And let's empty out anything I don't need on hand. I'm going to need these. Empty that out, and that cherry wood will be used for something else. But for now, pretty much every other tool along with that white elm, just because I don't need it. I also need some sticks, and that should be it. Sweet. I don't know how many of those saplings I have. Douglas fir. I got 6 saplings. I guess that's enough. I might purge an entire species of tree from the earth, but that's not too bad. Things could be worse. This, I think at one point I found something in that. If not, oh well. Oh, there goes my scythe. Too bad. Actually, I like those scythes. Scythes, whatever they're called. I think they're just called scythes. The power of the lumberjack. Now it's time to clear this entire forest of Douglas fir. Over time. Because unfortunately Douglas fir is also a hardwood, so it takes a little bit longer to cut. But it gives plenty of wood. Especially the really tall ones. This one's pretty much a small one. I also do need to cut most of that birch forest down. So basically I have free reign to purge certain areas of the forest, since I did plant it. Actually what I'm going to do is near that mountain area over there, I think, or where it is. Yeah, it's over in that direction. There's a nice open field where I'm just going to have a lot of trees growing. Mostly I'm going to try to specialize certain areas to have a certain type of tree in them. that sucked. I forgot that that happens. And it wastes quite a bit of the chopping power of the axe. There we go. Quite a bit of this Douglas fir. Actually, there's some willow here. Now, willow's a really nice, soft wood. And there we go. I know I have a couple more willows around here. I planted a few. I think they might be further in this direction. Who cares? Mostly what I'm just doing is just gathering a bunch of wood. And that's not nearly enough. I need 25 or 24 plus. 24 stacks. It's around 49 that I need. So that's pretty hefty. 49 stacks. And apparently some of that wood fell over here. Might as well sleep away and go gather more material. It's the 1st of May. Actually, I think one of those, actually, that might have been the cherry that I'm thinking of. Regardless, I need food. Food and harvestables. I'll eat these. And this area can actually be mined up or buried at one point, because it's no longer necessary. Nor is any of this entire forest. So, it'll slowly be purged. I don't think I've seen one of these TerraFirmaCraft deserts yet. That'll be interesting to see one. I think I see the willow back there. I think that's the willow. If not, I'm cutting it down regardless because it's a big tree. Oh, a skeleton died around here. Okay. Works in my favor. Nice open area. This will be good for actually growing an entire forest. In fact, what I want to have is a nice small forest of chestnut along with some Douglas fir. I want some hickory, but I have not found any hickory. Along with some oak, which is about as rare as hickory. which is funny enough because oak's actually pretty common in real life. Good news is I think both hickory and oak spawn in a more warm biome. I know kapok is the only tree that still grows right next to the equator because it's a jungle tree. Put some reds together, and I think I could put that one in. Nope, not just yet. Now I should be able to. And 1 and 2, done. Quite a nice sight to see all this wood. And I can't remember if he changed this or not. If he did, well, I'm going to be kind of disappointed, but if he didn't, well, I'm going to have a lot of coal. And I mean a lot of it. This, I believe, produces what is it? 10. It's like 70%. And let's just say it's probably going to be about a chest full of wood. Or not wood, charcoal. Honestly, it doesn't matter how much or what type of wood is put into this. It all charcoals at the same rate. There we go. And if you're not making a fire pit, or a fire, that's a good storage for wood. I don't think many people need more than a couple stacks of wood at a time. I'm trying not to chop that area for the actual fuel, just because of, well, I need it. That birch is going to be the second layer of my house. Clearing fields of trees. Not the most exciting episode, but it will have to be because I can't really do any more metalworking without it. And that's why I name the episodes, just in case people want to skip it. It doesn't hurt me. I do this for what people want. Some people want to see the entirety of it. Especially since this is mostly what TerraFirmaCraft is just being very patient and doing a lot of work. And let's see. I'm probably going to use a little bit of this just to finish off the... Actually, I might have to use all of this to finish off the flooring in the blacksmith. Oh well. It's not too bad. And there's a whole other forest just over there. Does that still open up? That opens up to a different spot. And... because I still want to get my little port going. And what was it? Well, I'm probably going to try to finish up the season of TerraFirmaCraft in this session, which, not too bad. Season doesn't mean the end of the world. It just means the end of that season. And what I'm doing is roughly trying to get about 50 episodes per season. So far I'm pretty close to that 50, which I'm actually quite surprised it's been only about 4 months since I've actually started making the videos. At least that I've uploaded. And I've actually gotten quite a bit farther than I actually anticipated. I'm actually quite happy. I'm just happy that people enjoy my videos. And chop. Need to go sleep. Moo. Yeah, I'll have a small cattle farm eventually. Dang it. They keep spawning. And so far this area is actually starting to... Well, I keep saying that actually. Gotta stop saying that. I say it as if it's supposed to make the work go any faster. Maybe it does. Maybe it doesn't. Who cares? Still have a lot of work to do. Let's see. But yeah, in the southwestern part of this map, you can see that little water area over there. That'll be actually a port at one point. And most of this area is actually going to become a farm. Too bad the winters don't actually get any, they don't freeze the water or anything. Which I have yet to see if if spawning in a higher altitude actually freezes the water. I hear it does. What else do I have? Okay, I got some white elm. I have some aspen. Actually, before I do that, and there we go. And I think that's empty, but it might not be. Okay, it's not. But it's got ceramic mold, which is something I could still use. And ta-da! The first floor is actually finally completed after so long. What else do I need? Actually, do I have my pick with me? I think it's, yeah, right here. I'm actually going to use this smooth dacite as a kitchen table or something. Just for fun. Just toss it right there for now. I'll eventually figure out what I want to do with that. Now that I look at it, give me those doors. And I like that these ones at least stack. I mean, the real doors should stack too. Maybe not indefinitely, but they should at least stack. And how do I want to do this? You know, I think that would be... that's good. And I have my reason for that. And perfect. Get my axe. Chop these out. They're no longer needed. And go up here. Toss the ore in. Toss the coal in. And start working. My only issue is I might fall into that, which would be very annoying, actually. I don't have... okay, I was about to say, I was pretty sure I had my chisel with me at one point. I need some more stone. I'll be actually collecting a little bit of smooth stone because of what I want to do. And it's somewhat of a little statue thing. Let's... I just love this copper chisel. It's actually quite useful. Let's complete this at least, because I don't want to fall in. Oh, there we go. And eventually this will actually have quite a bit of work done on it. In fact, might as well make this how it's going to look. Can I finish that off though? There we go. The bloomer will only go up to this far, but everything else should be in working condition. Let's take a look. And of course I'm going to extend that little smokestack thing just a little bit higher. But other than that, that's pretty much as tall as the building's going to be. And yeah, that's about it for what I want to do with the building for now. I think what I'm going to do for next episode is do a little bit more mining. And don't have much dirt. Actually, cut that back a little. Just because I can. Do I still have those, Nope. I do still have the chisel, though. And one thing I can do with the chisel, if I remember where I put my little mine, I think it was over here. I think this is the dacite. It's got dacite in it. It looks like it. Oh yeah, I forgot I need a hammer with it. Well, that would be logical. But yeah, if you don't have a hammer with you, you can't actually do the in-world editing of blocks. Actually, I might go exploring a little bit. Maybe see if I can find more ore. That's pretty much the end of this episode, but I want to at least put one more thing in. Actually, I could probably do that later. thing I can do is be a little bit more civilized and actually eat and drink like I'm a human instead of a fish. What you do is you go over to a water source, even one made by the... Oh yeah, I forgot. Oops. I'll get something done with that. Then just right click and you have water. Ooh, delicious water. As you see, it fills up quite a bit of your water bar. Actually, I think it might fill up almost half. I was like level 20 when I actually tested, so it might actually increase in your water bar. Regardless, this is now your source of water when you're down in the dungeons. So yeah, have a good day everyone, and see you guys in the next episode.